Welcome back to AFTV. I'm here with Marty. Arsenal 3, Bournemouth 2. Wasn't pretty at times, but 3 points is 3 points.
Do you know what? That first half of football was absolutely shocking at times. And to go 1-0 down so quickly from a player that has been absolutely awesome for us all season. And we were so looking forward to him being back. Yeah. And then obviously, fantastic performance against Villa on Tuesday night. You know, wrestles Martinez, gets the goal, and then within 10 minutes of the game, he puts a pass, stray pass, puts it to Evan Nilsson on a plate, and the ball's in the back of the net and you're 1-0 down. But big players step up in big games, and 6 minutes later, he's down the other end and he rifles home a shot, which, listen, that... you can only but respect that. Players are going to make mistakes. People make mistakes. Human beings make mistakes. It's how you recover from your mistakes and how you learn from them. And Gabriel Magalhaes showed everything within 6 minutes to level the playing field, quite literally. And this goes to what I was saying last week about, listen, when we're not good, we're still good. Well, listen, when we're bad, we're not that bad. We're still good, and we still get the job done. And we've got big players like Declan Rice, who steps up in big moments. That today was a huge moment. We were talking about rotating the guy. Imagine you rotated Declan Rice out of this team. He gives you 2 goals. And these, listen, if I could, these are like Lampard, Gerrard box-crashing goals where he steams into the 18-yard box, leaves himself wide open, calls for the ball, and he rifles it home. That's what you need from your midfielder and this talisman that's, cost you all this money. It's in games like today that players like that drag you over the line. And as well, what an attacking option. Mikel Arteta, after 65 minutes, makes a triple change, bringing on Bukayo Saka, Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Jesus, ships out the other front three in for this front three, and essentially helps us to go on and win the game. And that is a phenomenal level of depth to have, which we haven't had in seasons before. Don't forget, that front three that he brought on was a front three that he was relying on to get the job done, and would have to play probably the 70, 90 minutes of the game, and a lot of games. So we've got the opportunity to make the changes where we need to, and he did, and even switching out Odegaard for Marino at the end. Listen, it was nervy at the end. I think after 3-1, I thought the game was done. And Bournemouth, listen, we leave them open. In Premier League football, you leave gaps and you leave spaces, and that ball gets rifled past David Raya. You let your opposition have opportunities, which we did with the Gabriel, and you make mistakes. And then in the second half, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. And at 3-2, we did really well to see that game out, because away from home we haven't been that great. But listen, we're getting results done. We're 7 points above City. We're 6 points above Villa. Obviously, I'm saying the Villa, I don't think they're in the title race personally, but it's. Listen, it was a statement win in we played first, and now it's over to them.
Yeah, yet another game where we lost this game last season. We turned that into 3 points.
Yeah, listen, and we're doing that. We the same against Villa. That was all of these results. We've done it against Fulham. For me, Newcastle. For me, these performances, that first half performance, I haven't seen a performance that bad apart from probably the performance against Manchester United away from home at the beginning of the season, where they were disjointed, they were all over the place, and you're looking at everyone thinking, what is going on here? But that's what title challenging teams do, and essentially the teams that go on to win it at the end of the season, it's games like this you will look back on and think, if you win it and get it over the line, it doesn't matter how we do it, because sometimes it ain't going to be pretty. It ain't going to be nice. It ain't going to be champagne football like it was on Tuesday night. It will be ugly, and you'll have to go away from home to these places like Bournemouth and pick up points that you need to pick up, and not, again, when they went 3-2, I've seen these Arsenal sides before fall apart and end up drawing or losing these games,
2 players that stepped up in that second half, I thought Martin Odegaard, but particularly Declan Rice. He was phenomenal. 2 goals in that second half.
This is why they say we got him for half the price. And, like I said, big players step up in big moments. This guy is sometimes unplayable. And, that box crashing ability and that match winning ability that he possesses. He is a fantastic footballer. And when I look around this Arsenal team, there are a lot of fantastic footballers. And again, when we're sloppy, like the first half, we still find a way. What I love seeing about this Arsenal team this season is we're finding a way in these games to get results, to get points on the board and not drop points.
100%. So like you say, another 3 points. Put the pressure on City, who play against Chelsea tomorrow. How confident are you at this moment in time that we're going to go on and win this league?
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. After that performance tonight, it makes me even more confident, because it goes back to the not being good but still being good when we're playing badly, because that is a key component to winning titles. This is something that I haven't seen from this Arsenal side before. When in seasons gone by, this is where we drop points. It's games like this where we struggled to find I remember saying this, saying we can't find a way to get the result, or we go 1-0 up and you'd throw away a lead, and then we can't find a way to get that. We were 1-0 behind in this game at one point, and then we found a way to go 3-1 up, and albeit we conceded a goal. But it's at those key moments in these games where teams crumble, and we have in previous seasons. I don't see that. I see a different level of resilience from this team. I see a winnability, of finding a way, a want to win, a will to win. And listen, and we've got the options on the bench. Don't forget, we've got players like Eze, who sat on the bench, can't get a game at the moment. He's a quality player. We have got depth and quality, and we've still got players out as well. We've got players like Ethan Nwaneri, who can't even make the bench. This is a serious team. I'm very confident that something's going to happen. I'm definitely confident going into this Carabao Cup tie with Chelsea coming up shortly, semi-final. We get the business done, and that's what this Arsenal team needs to do now. Start getting some silverware and start getting some trophies back in that cabinet.